Hi there, everyone. It's nice to have you all again here in this opportunity. Today, we are going to talk about technical and vocational education and training, so-called TVET. TVET is the acronym for technical and vocational education and training. I'm pretty sure most of you, if not all of you, already know this, and we are going to spend some time by understanding a little bit or talk about a little bit more about this specific kind of technical education. Okay, my name is Francisco Baldo, and I am responsible for market development in Portuguese or of Portuguese-speaking countries, including Brazil, country from which I am originally from. Okay. All right. As always, I'm dividing this presentation or splitting this or giving attention to that by using two screens. So sometimes you will see me just take a look at the right or left side. I don't know exactly how do you see that from your side. But anyway, this is just in order to change that. When we get some details of technical education itself, or I mean the slides of technical education itself, I'm going to turn off for a moment my camera so we can go through the presentation, okay? I will not, the introduction or the first 20 minutes or something like that, I'm going to use directly the camera to you, but we are not going to each page of the presentation, okay? Just because I'd like to pay attention on what we have here available for just a moment here. Let me see this, just a moment. Okay, all right. This is what I wanted to show you. Okay, good then. Let's go through this. We will basically talk about 5 topics today. Edibon and its brief history, our business line, Edibon business line, SCADA technology, SCADA expansions, and of course, technical and vocational education and training. Okay, the idea in this 1 hour is just giving you an overview about everything. Okay, this presentation is quite long, very detailed, in my opinion, quite tiring because it's full of details, but on the other hand, it's pretty good for consultation. So you're going to receive either this or both this video and this presentation along the next days. So I do recommend you go to the presentation and take a look on this very, very carefully because it's really full of details. Okay, so let's give some information about Edibon, what this company does. Okay, you don't need to worry about each page, as I said before, because I'm going to summarize some pages, and then just in order to make our presentation easier. Okay, when we get TVET, the slides of TVET, so I go to each one, or we go to each one directly. Okay, let's see this then, what Edibon does. Edibon is a family business with 100% Spanish capital located in Madrid, Spain. We design and manufacture teaching and research equipments in addition to other some more specific products and services. But basically, we design and manufacture teaching and advanced research units, okay? One of the main goals of this company is offering means and alternatives to strengthen and develop the appropriate technical training at all levels. TVET is one of them. We are also very, very strong in engineering, technical education, or everything that is related to engineering, okay, in universities and colleges or in their laboratories, for example, okay. Our company was born over 4 years ago due to a lack of technical education identified by our founder, Mr. Elias Bonilla. Unfortunately, and it's very important you understand this, the technical gap between market and institutions will always exist. There will always be a gap, a huge gap in what the market requires and what institutions, technical institutions or technical or engineering colleges are teaching. There will be always this difference simply because these institutions do not react at the same or as fast as the market does. All right. Our product range is around 4,000 different units, teaching or research units, being 1,000 of them with SCADA. We are going to see, if you already don't know, what a SCADA computer controlled unit is. All right, we'll see that in a few minutes. If you consider our expansions, what I call expansions, accessories, this range goes to over 60,000 different units to be chosen. It's a lot to do that, but let's demystify this and just spend our time here and what matters in the moment. Okay, this is only some advanced information for our capabilities, what we are able to do and provide. All right. We are fully in line with the market demands. We offer what the industry needs and requires. We understand what the market needs, so we work on the market, what the market has been or is asking for in this moment. Okay, we support to over than or 150 plus countries in the world, and in terms of computer controlled units, we are a reference player in the market or in the world. Okay, all right. I hope the sound and the image is getting you very well. So if you're not, just inform me through our chat. Okay, let me just take a look on this very quickly again. Just a moment, please. If there is any complaint about sound disorder there, no, there is nothing at all. So I'm assuming everything is fine from my side for you all. Okay, good then. Let's go. Let's continue this presentation then. Let me just come back for that, and that's it. My camera is activated again. Good. One very important thing I say about this company is that Edibon is 100% autonomous, independent, and flexible company. Once this is a familiar company, if you have any specific requests and if you have any incidents, there is anything or a particular requirement, inquire or request, we can deal that directly with the owner. So there is no complication, no bureaucracy on that. We design and manufacture our own units, expansions, which are the accessories, softwares, integrated systems, etc. Our technical solutions range from A to Z. Okay? Both of the installations of the equipment and the technical training of the staff at the end customers are carried out by Edibon engineers or the trained engineers from our distributors or representatives in our country. Okay? So everything, this is there is a very high concern, especially in Africa. Sometimes myself, I received some complaints about some other brands that simply deliver the equipment without setting them up, and this is not good. So in our case, you don't need to worry about that, because if Equipment is a bit complex. There will be an engineering from Edibon doing this setup for you. Otherwise, our representatives engineer will do that in the other case when we have something more a simpler equipment to say that. All right, we have more than 50 engineers from the most diverse areas hired by Edibon itself. This is very important. Edibon do not outsource neither employees or services. Okay, we handle everything is done in-house, include our quality control. So everything is done in-house. If you are able to come to Madrid and visit our facilities, you understand a lot about this and what exactly happens inside this company. Good. We also offer 5-year warranty for any product supplier and 15-year service for any spare part replacement. Okay, two different kind of warranties. One for product supply, 5 years. This is more than usually our competitors offer. It's usually 3 years, but ours is 5, and also we have this 15-year service for any spare part replacement. We have international quality certificates or certifications to meet any market requirement. Okay, this was a little introduction about Edibon, but everything is showed here in a very detailed way for future consultation. All right, no worries on this. We are going to see Edibon business lines now. All right, what exactly we do among other things. We diversify our business lines into 9 options, but we'll only talk about the 5 main ones today. Day-to-day business, they are small. You can see this as the right side of the slide, right upside of the slide in the presentation. Day-to-day business, which is the biggest sales turnover in the company, show it in red in the presentation if I'm not wrong. They are small or medium businesses for which money is always available, regardless the source of the funds. In this case, the end customers always have money to spend in equipment or teaching equipment acquisition, or they are asking for budgetary quotations for asking money for next year budget or something like that. Okay. Projects, they are medium and large, sorry, not size. They are medium and large businesses for which money is also available for that. Funds are generally offered by international organizations, by the World Bank, the African Development Bank, UNESCO, UNIDO, what else? There are a lot of them. KOICA, JICA from Japan, KOICA from Korea. Some of them multilateral, others bilateral organizations, but they have funds. They always have funds available for specific projects, especially for TVET. Okay, they are these kind of organizations. They are very concerned about funding projects in TVET or technical and vocational education and training. So if you are interested in that, if you are a representative and you are interested, I always encourage my representatives to go to these organizations and ask for information in order to know what kind of funds are available for technical education at any level. But usually, most of them are for TVET. This is the reason why this webinar is very, very important. Okay? Yes, TVET is the beginning of the industrialization. All right. We also have TKP projects. Compared to projects, the difference of turnkey projects in this case is that the funding source is the Spanish government, usually is the Spanish government. And for those who don't know, turnkey projects are a package of goods and services delivered by the seller, in this case, Edibon. So Edibon will be responsible for deliver everything. The end customer does not need to worry about anything. Once we will be the ones that will be in charge of handling everything. Okay? Of course, we have to follow some instructions by that, but I can provide that. The last webinar we did 3 weeks ago was about this TKP projects and the conditions. They are always, we receive a lot of inquiries asking for conditions. What are the conditions of Edibon TKP project? So if you are interested in that and you have missed the last webinar or the latest webinar, so just come back to us and ask for some more information at edibon@edibon.com, which is our direct email. Okay? Okay, good. So before moving ahead, and still on TKP projects, there are two kinds of, how can I say that? Conditions, to say. Conditions. If you are a public institutions, I used to call this, it's a very, public institutions has very specific and attractive conditions for getting funds just because they are public institutions. The idea of the Spanish government is help the government, the state of our country, okay? On the other hand, even if you are a private institutions, the conditions in Europe, especially from the interest side, is very attractive for you in the same way. So do not, if you are interested somehow, ask for some more information and we can provide you a technical economic design for you. Okay, let's go to ECL now, another kind of business line. In this case, this is actually a platform of technical distance learning. For the first time, it's possible to provide a technical distance learning by using this platform. Independent where you are, you will be operating equipment from Edibon, doesn't matter, or it doesn't matter where they are. All right, we may have equipment here in Spain. You are a student from Japan, and your teacher or the administrator of the platform is in Brazil, for example. You two, the teacher from Brazil, and the students from Japan, I forgot the country, can operate the unit which is in Spain or anywhere. The idea is working from anywhere. Okay, good. Then ask for some more information about that. We did a webinar about our technical distance learning as well. We spoke about ECL, which is Edibon Cloud Learning. I call that our technical distance learning, but there is also another one, which is PLCHMI, which is another, but this is a device. It's totally different from ECL, which is a platform. But anyway, in the end, they serve the purpose of technical distance learning. Pilot plants and custom-made units. Okay, what that is. Pilot plants allow training, research, and small production. I call them mini factors because it's a little more complex, bigger equipment. Sometimes it's a set of some equipments together or a few equipments together, which has this purpose: training, research, and small production. Okay, we have just reviewed our catalogs of pilot plants. Just go to Edibon website, which is www.edibon.com. Seek for pilot plants. You get a lot of information about that, very good ones. Edibon has been delivering specific custom-made units for specific countries. When I mean specific, it's because it's basically a prototype or a custom-made unit for the customer that has ordered that. Okay, they have been getting it's been a meeting or attending, not attending, but in the end they are quite satisfied with these custom-made units they have ordered. Okay, I'm pretty sure we have some examples about this in our website as well. Just look for pilot plants or custom-made units. I know it's in our website and show our current available information from the catalog perspective. Okay, good. Okay, all right. This is some information about this. We also have in this some prestige customers. You can see here, like a Harvard University. Other one is the Charles Darwin University in Australia. So we have many. We mentioned just some of them here, but actually we have hundreds of important other and prestige universities around the world. Okay, once we export our products for 150 countries plus. Good. And I have already spoken about the certifications. We are going to see this in the presentation. There is one slide about that, and will be more clear for you in this case. Let's see in which technical areas we work on. Okay, good. Let's see this. These are the areas here. So, our range of products are available in the 14 areas as follows. You don't need to worry about the information or making some notes on this. It's very important to make some notes if you want to, but we are going to share both presentation and this video, which has been recorded for you. All right. So the 14 technical areas that Edibon work on is physics, the first one, electronics, communications, electricity, sorry about that, energy, mechatronic and compute mechatronics, mechanics, fluid mechanics, thermodynamics and thermotechnics. Number 10 is process control. 11, chemical engineering, food and water technology. Lots of requests on this. The same for environment and biomedical engineering. Right? Good. Let's go to the next slide then. Talk about a little bit about SCADA. This is quite complicated, but I want to give you or provide this in a simpler way. Okay, the idea here is demystify that and have an overview about Edibon SCADA technology. Okay, what exactly that is and what does that serve for. That's the idea. Okay, basically our SCADA technology refers to computer controlled units. Every single computer controlled unit or equipment uses SCADA or has a package of 42 different SCADA softwares which are supplied with the equipment. Okay, this technology allows an equipment be controlled from the computer. This is basically that, but you gotta understand what advantage these are. You do not touch the equipment anymore. Everything you have to, every single command you give to the equipment will be by using your computer. You don't need to, everything is recorded by the software or the data acquisition board. So you don't touch the equipment anymore. And despite that, by using this, it can be expandable. We consider, unfortunately, although there are a lot of options in TVET, technical educations, manual units available for that, Edibon considers that an obsolete technology. The future is SCADA computer controlling units. The future, and it has been already for many years. Okay, it's very important you understand what a SCADA computer controlled equipment can provide you. Okay, I divide that and SCADA computer control equipment or unit, I divide, for me, is a set of elements which contains different specific elements, to say that. And the equipment itself is one of them. Actually, sorry for saying that, but by using an SCADA computer control unit, the equipment itself is secondary. What really matters here is the package of 42 different SCADA softwares, the data acquisition board, and the interface, the controlling interface box, or the control interface box that manages everything between the user and the equipment. We will see that. Okay. So in the equipment, well, let's see them. It's four. Of these five, I'm going to give you, I will just give an introduction about four of them. The first one is sensor and actuators. According to the inputs sent by the user, the unit transmits signals that will be interpreted, translated, and processed by the control interface. We'll see this it's the number 3 if I'm not wrong, okay? Or actually, sorry about that, it's the number 2, is just the number 2 of them. Control interface unit converts the signals sent by the sensor and actuators in precise information free of interference in real time to the SCADA software. Okay, it's a control interface is a box that manages, along with the SCADA software, everything. It controls all the information, controls and interchange all the information from the computer or by the user and the equipment itself. Okay, and this element is not available for manual units. Data acquisition board. This is a board that goes inside the CPU, and it's one of the fastest in the market or on the market. It manages and records around 250,000 different information per second. In other words, this term is used and widely used in the market, 200 kilosamples per second. Okay, 250,000 different information interchanged and recorded per second. Okay, all right. And you can also, in the future, once this is recorded, get this information from the data acquisition board. When you have a manual unit, we cannot do that. Or you get the information while you are operating the equipment, or you simply get this lost. All right, good. SCADA software. Through the computer monitor, actually the screen or from the user, it makes the real interaction among equipment, professor, and student. It graphically provides all the information processed by the control interface, always in real time. I think we will not have enough time to show you in SCADA software the face, what a SCADA software looks like. But I do encourage you, just go to our website and look for any SCADA equipment, and then go through the catalog of this unit. And inside the catalog, you will see a screen, a print screen. Actually, it's a screen of the SCADA software, and then you understand what you visually understand what I'm just talking about. Okay, so it's very interesting because you see the equipment itself on the screen. All right, just like if you are operating the unit close to that, but actually you are doing this by using your computer. Okay, SCADA expansions. All of this, you don't need to worry about that because they are very detailed in the presentation, and you get this, as I said before. All right, we have spoken about this, and let's go to take a look at SCADA color. Let me just see that. No worries, sorry. Let's go to see what SCADA expansions are. Okay, good. Good. It's a lot of information, gentlemen, but what I really would like to you for the moment you understand is what is an SCADA expansion. I humbly call this accessories. These are systems, elements, anything you may call that boost the purpose of the main unit. It's like a turbo in a car. You have the car, which is the main unit, and you add an element, which is the turbo, to boost the performance of the car. And Edibon expansion does the same. You use them to get what's the best you can have from the main unit. Okay, and we are just going to talk about the groups. No worries, because as I said, everything is detailed in the presentation. Okay, I'm just going to give you an overview about that. The more the use of Edibon expansions with SCADA units, the closer to the industrial environment will be the experiments. This is very, very important. And the direct and advanced research simulations. Okay, our units simulate industrial processes, but the more the use of this expansions, especially the industrial ones, closer you are to the real industry environment. Okay, our 12 SCADA expansions are basically divided into 4 groups: industrial, pedagogical, advanced research, and multi-posts. Let's just give a little introduction, about each one. Industrial expansions simulate real industrial processes. They are directly related to 4.0 industry and the industrial Internet of Things. If you are related to this, if you are connected to this, take a look on our industrial expansions, SCADA industrial expansions, okay? Pedagogical expansions. This is very important if you are, all of you, of course, are teachers, but if you try to improve, in other words, pedagogical expansions are didactic softwares or software for class management and technical training according to the process to be studied. Okay, so it helps teachers by allowing them managing much better the class laboratory in the moment they are teaching or providing some information to the students, okay? Real-time control, it also allows real-time control by the teacher of what's being understood by students, and in addition, its content is editable. Before I forget this, by our 42 package of software are provided either in English or Spanish language by standardization. Okay, but Edibon is able to provide this package of softwares in any language in the world. If many countries has local languages, they speak English, Portuguese, French as second language because they have a local language established for the country. So if you are interested in receiving this 42 package of software in this local language, you ask for. Of course, there is a price increase for translation for that, but in the end, you can receive the software in the language you choose. Okay, we are able to do that for you as well. All right. Pedagogical, our advanced research expansions, what that is. If you are a researcher and you are seeing or watching or attending this event, just take a look on this. Allow SCADA software to be open for full control of the system's algorithms. Take a look on this. Maximum exploration of the technical potential of the equipment. All right. So if you are a researcher, by using this kind of expansion, which is advanced research expansions, the system or this element or whatever you want to call that, the expansion will allow you to open the SCADA software and working on maximum performance, all right, by changing the system algorithms. This is very, very important if you are a researcher. Multi-post expansions, the last group I want to talk about. Through these expansions, all units and accessories, including other SCADA expansions, can be shared with several students. This means, for example, if you have 10 SCADA computer control equipment in your laboratory, and if you add a SCADA net, for example, search for SCADA net in our website, and you see what this local net is able to do. You can connect all the 10 equipment once they are SCADA ones and make them available and be used for up to 30 students at the same time. This means everyone can work with every single unit at the same time once the process is allowed. If there is no, I don't know the word in English for that. When you oversteps a command, for example, all right? Just take a look on this. SCADA net allows up to 30 students work in the same equipment at the same time, okay? It's a bit. I'm pretty sure the catalog will explain you much more. When you see this, what I'm talking about, there is a little board here, but I'm not able to show you that you could easily understand through the picture. But unfortunately, I cannot move the camera to that. Okay. All right, boys, gentlemen, sorry. Let me just go to TVET now. I will off my camera for the moment because what I want to show you is what we have available for TVET. Okay, this presentation, as I said before, is quite long and a bit tiring, but I'll just give you an overview about this by showing this is the certification. We spoke first on some information about our two kind of warranties. We have the 5-year factory warranty and the 15-year spare parts availability, some of international certification for international tenders. Just ask us if you need them, okay? These are some of the areas we work in the TVET, in technical and vocational education and training, okay? You can see this electricity and electronics, many of them mechanical, manufacturing, and we finished this constructions. There are a lot, chemistry, refrigerator or refrigeration, sorry about that, and climatization. We have lots of equipment in this area. This slide shows you it's very important, this slide. If you pay attention on this very carefully, technical education, I mean TVET, technical and vocational education and training, they touch the equipment. In the end, I say there is no TVET's not possible if you do not have equipment. Once the knowledge or the proper training will be made or got directly from the equipment, be that a manual unit or a SCADA computer controlled one, okay? Students from TVET or of TVET have a lot contact with the units. They are trained directly by using the equipment. This is very, very important, or this is the reason why using a proper equipment and TVET is so important, okay? But this slide is very clear for that. We see the use of or practical use the equipments in this according to this pizza information which is given to you. All right, okay, just take a look on this and we'll be understanding that TVET is the technical area or is the technical level that has more, which the student has more contact with the equipment of all of them. All right. And we also, when you talk about accreditation, or the not organizations, but institutions or the companies that accreditate something, or institutions or students, they are always concerned about what kind of equipment the students and the institution or the students are using, and the institutions are providing, okay? Because they require a certain level of modern and advanced technology. This is the reason why it's important to consider, even for TVET, our SCADA computer controlled units, okay? For accreditation matters. it's explained this in the presentation. Okay, good. This is for next 4 slides. These are very, very detailed. I wouldn't like to spend much time on this. This is because it's quite tiring, go to each one. But the presentation is very, very detailed. This is self-explain itself, so you don't need to worry. Just what I'd like to show you is our leaflets. If you are interested in receiving later leaflets of our TVET areas, I will be more than happy to provide you that, okay? Once you can share, if you are a representative, you can share this with your end customers or with your customers. If you are an end customer interested in an end customer, I mean, in this case, is the technical institutions that work directly with TVET. If somehow your institution is connected to TVET, you must have these leaflets, but most of them are here in this presentation, okay? All right, we check them now. This is the main ones we have available: electricity and electronics, energy and water, mechanical, manufacturing, food industry, installation and maintenance, very, very well demanded, transport and maintenance of vehicles, also highly demanded. Okay, actually all of them is highly demanded, as they are areas that are usually required by the markets. Okay, these are the leaflets I was talking about, and this one I am missing here some information just because, but I'm pretty sure you can see this much more than me. This is actually electricity and electronics. So you can see here some equipments of these areas. If you can also easily identify this in our website. By the upper side of our website, we'll give you some options for having access to our areas. But as I said, if you are interested, just ask me. I can provide you some leaflets, which are just these ones you are seeing in this moment, and you can have some more information, just what exactly interests. I mean, the leaflet itself. Okay, some equipments here. In this case, in some of these leaflets, you can see SCADA components available for them. Okay, electricity and electronics, also the second page of that. Usually these leaflets are 1 or 2 pages. Okay, some interesting equipment for this area for technical and vocational education and training. Okay, the next one we have here is energy and water. Take a look on this very carefully. There is, in this case, we have many, but in this case, we have an SCADA computer control unit here available. You can see the interface box interacting with the equipment, the sensor and actuators, and the PC or the end user operating the units from the computer. Okay, many options here. Just take a look on this very carefully in each one. This is also energy and water. Some more SCADA equipments available on that. Just take a look what interests you at most. This next one is mechanical manufacturing. This is quite interesting and highly demanded. I quote this a lot. I've been quoting this a lot these days, especially for Asia, South America, and Africa as well. They are quite demanding that. Okay, very interesting option for you. Another, some more options for mechanical manufacturing here. This is quite interesting. Okay, the other leaflet is food industry. Many SCADA equipment in this area. Just if you are somehow related to this, ask me, then I can have access to your email to send you the proper information about that. All right, good. This is food industry as well. It's the same for them, but you can see many options, of course, and work along with the pilot plants relate to the food industry as well. We have 10 available in this moment, but we can also develop, design, and manufacture any custom-made unit you may require for teaching or research purposes. Okay, many options in this area by using SCADA computer control or SCADA technology to be more precise. Okay, this installation and maintenance, very interesting for building and housing. Also quite demanded for that. We have been quoting this a lot, as I said before, just because I'm going to talk about the organizations again when we finish this. Some are for installation and maintenance, and you can see many manual units in this for these areas in these leaflets, but there are also SCADA computer control units available. I strongly suggest you take a look on them, okay? Evaluate how these SCADA computer controller units may serve you well and meet your requirements, okay? This is for chemistry, some equipment for TVET related to chemistry, okay? No worries, you see this in the presentation, all right? Just because of time, I need to be very quickly on this, but we'll get everything detailed in the next couple of days. Okay, this is related to vehicle maintenance or everything that is related to technical and vocational education for or related to vehicle knowledge. All right, a lot of information available for you. Okay, we can also provide if you are somehow interested in something more complex, more bigger than simply a single equipment, Edibon can also provide a technical economic design for your evaluation for technical and vocational education and training. Okay, these are usually laboratories around 3 million euro, but complete ones, totally prepared for teaching and advanced purposes in your institution. All right, just ask me that. I have been made many to Africa, which I have some countries there that speak Portuguese and English as well. Okay, so this is available under consultation. All right, let me just take a look on this on chat to see which questions we have here. Okay. All right. As usually, many of them ask for some more details about this. Okay, I've got it. About this presentation, about the content of the presentation. because they are always interested in have. Let me just turn off my camera now. Okay, good. I come back here then. What I want to say is there is some. I had a quick look at the questions, and they are mostly asking for some more detailed information. They want, as always, I already expected that, they want more details, written details, in order to take a look on this and evaluate what kind of information we have available. We have many sources of consultation that you can use, but as I said, these leaflets will help you a lot because it's each area is summarized in 1 or 2 pages, and you can easily share this. It's not a heavy, sorry about that, it's not a heavy PDF, so you can use this and share with key people in your technical institution. Okay, discuss this very easily, in a very easy way, and I hope this meets your requirements. So I expect from your side some inquiries for this. After getting in contact with us at edibon@edibon.com. Send us your inquiry, your consultation, your what exactly you are interested for, or give us a call. Our website shows every connections to our social media. Our landline is available there. Our also this email, edibon@edibon.com, is also available there. So you can easily have access to the communication channels to reach us, okay? I'd like to end this presentation by saying, I said that before, but I'm going to repeat this because it's very, very important. International organizations like the World Bank, the African Development Bank, KOICA from Korea, JICA from Japan, what else? Enabel, for example, Enabel from Belgium. There are a lot of them. What else? Inter-American Development. Basically, all of them, they are very, very concerned, or they are focusing their funds on TVET, on technical and vocational education and training, because the idea is they need to strengthen this kind of technical education, because countries in Asia, in South America, and Africa need to industrialize themselves. But before, or for receiving these multinational companies, they need to have qualified manpower. One of the reasons that this kind of multinationals do not go to some countries is because they do not find in those countries specific and qualified manpower available. All right, and TVET is going to provide you this. So if you are somehow connected to these organizations, if you know these organizations, as I said before, I always encourage our representatives to identify which organizations are available in their countries and look for and make a simple question. What kind of money, and if there is, how much money is available for TVET? And if you have a positive answer, ask for how much. We are interested in knowing the procurement plan, because inside the procurement plan, we know how much money is available for teaching equipment, okay? Because not all the money, not all the amount is specifically for teaching equipment acquisition. No, there is a part of this, but we don't know how much that is. This is the reason why I always ask the corresponding procurement plan to have an idea. Maybe they are focusing on TVET, but no, teaching equipment is required for that. Sounds strange, but it happens, okay? So funds are there. Just get some information about this. Inform us if you want to, if you have any specific requirement. We really would like to work in your demands, in your other requirements. We have ready technical specifications ready in our website. Every single Edibon product available, besides the link of the catalog of the equipment. To the right side, you can have technical specifications of that equipment for being in use if you intend to tender this equipment. Okay, anyway, I will be more than happy, my colleagues will be more than happy to help you this by giving any information you may require. Okay, from my side, that's all. Please, again, just connect to our social media, go to our website, understand that a little bit. Both this video and the presentation will be provided to you in the next couple of days, and that's it. Again, I really would like to thank you all for attending this meeting. I hope this has been very useful for you. There are a lot to be discussed, to be understood, and to be shared. Get back to me for any inquiry, okay? Really appreciate it. Thank you all again. Have a very good day.